Alright lads, this is Fenner from Frenetic Array and I've got a ZVZ for you guys and we're going to get straight into this. We're going to introduce the players instantly. In the bottom left corner of Antigua Shipyard we have AZUBU ViOlet, and then over here at the top right, spawning in the red, he's labeled I am Protoss, but he is actually I am NesTea. Oh yeah, we got some NesTea action, guys. And yeah, NesTea action. So what I'm doing in this game, I've got the graphics on the highest settings. I've got ultra and extreme. I'm not sure how my PC is going to handle it. I've even got the FPS counter up there, but I'm going to remove it now because that's not very sexy to watch on the cast. But we've got ViOlet here going for the 15 pull. We've also got NesTea going for the 15 hatch. So NesTea is going to get the slight build order advantage in this game, even though it's so minimal it's not even noticeable. And then ViOlet most likely just going to throw down a hatch before taking any gas. And then both of these players are going to be pretty even. And the next big move that someone is going to take is either NesTea going gas pull, but it looks like he's just going to take the pull. So he's not going to go gas pull. That means he can't put on any really early aggression against ViOlet's pull first. And it's going to be more of a slower opening. Both players can have to drone up to about 40 supply because their gases are so late. ViOlet not even taking the gas. He's probably going to take it around 310 to 320. There we go, ViOlet taking the gas right there. And that's a pretty standard timing for a pull first gas. It's not too late, it's not too early. It's just about the right time to defend anything that you need to defend. It's about the latest you can get it if you're going to get gas and try and defend everything, unless you're going to get like 3 queen and a spine or something like that, or you're going to double gas at the 6 supply or something like that. But yeah, so we got ViOlet. I love this guy. In fact, I think I've casted the most ViOlet games. Just because I love the guy so much. He's obviously on AZUBU, and AZUBU are actually picking up a lot of players recently. I can't recall them off the top of my head, but there's Supernova, I believe there's Ganzi. They've got the coaches Nada and Iris and Into the Rain as well. But I can't remember any players off the top of my head right now, but they did pick up a sick lineup. So AZUBU, ViOlet is going to have a lot of players to practice with, and I expect him to improve even more, even though he is already playing at the highest level. And we've got NesTea here with the Overlord behind the mineral line. He's going to be able to see everything that's going on, how many drones ViOlet's got and things like that. And ViOlet doing the same as well, just peeking, having a look how many drones are in the mineral line. And both players picking up speed around the same time. So like I said, there's probably not... Ooh. With that said, I said there's probably not going to be any aggression, but NesTea going for the deviation of the standard, which is throwing down that Roach on the standard play, is just to get that Baneling nest, play defensive, or maybe do a little bit of Ling Bane aggression. But NesTea, as always, he's always played with Roaches. Even 1 or 2 years ago, he was the one doing these Roach Ling all-ins, and now he's still sticking with the Roaches. I watched him recently. Where was it? He played so recently. It was Iron Squid. And he was even using Roaches nearly every game there as well. So NesTea not giving up on the Roaches, even though they've gone out of fashion for pretty much every single other player, except for Gasless Styles. NesTea still plays with the Roaches. So I really like this decision from NesTea, just playing a bit different to everyone else. It's always nice to see someone playing a style that is not currently the standard. And we've got ViOlet picking up the 2nd gas, picking up the spine, picking up the 3rd gas as well, going for lair. Pretty standard stuff from ViOlet, and he's probably going to go into Roach Infestor from this because it's not a super early lair, and he's not picking up the gas really fast. He's leaving that 3rd gas for a while. He's going to take it now, but that pretty much means he's going to go for Roach Infestor, or at least Heavy Roach, maybe Roach Hydra. And NesTea here, however, he looks like he's going to go for this old school Roach all-in style, Roach Ling all-in. And I'm not sure how good it is nowadays. A lot of people not liking it. He's taking a 3rd base as well, so he has got a backup, and he is droning now as well. So this is just a light pressure with a decent amount of Roaches. How many Roaches? We've got 8 Roaches. Let's check the Ling count as well. 12 Lings. So this is more going to be to make ViOlet build a bunch of spine crawlers, a bunch of units, and try and make him fall behind in that way whilst NesTea gets his 3rd base up. And it's all going to come down to how much ViOlet reacts or overreacts. It looks like he's overreacting quite a bit here. He's put an Evo chamber at the front as well. He's got 4 spine crawlers, muffing a lot of Banes, pumping a lot of Lings. And if we look at the drone counts, NesTea is catching up now. And he also, one thing he gets from this, he's not trying to do damage from this, is just pressure. He's definitely not going to walk into those spines. But one other thing he gets from this is that he goes Roach. And whilst he's pressuring with Roach, it's unlikely at this point in the game that someone opening with a Baneling Nest is going to have Roaches out. Which means that NesTea actually gets the Roach lead, which is very important in ZvZ if it's going to go into a Roach Infestor battle. But it does look like ViOlet is going to throw down the Spire. I believe this is because he built so many spines that he might as well go Spire instead of Roach. But I do believe that he was planning to go Roach Infestor, but since he had to throw down the spines because of the aggression from NesTea, he just decided to go for the Spire. So what are we going to get? So like I said, NesTea is going to be able to drone like crazy. He's falling back on his third from that pressure. NesTea popping down, ViOlet popping down 4 spines. It's going to be really hard for him to drone up a 4th and be a third and be aggressive behind it. ViOlet kind of gets put into a defensive position right now where he's got 4 spines, he's got no aggressive units except for these Lings, but they're not going to do much against Roaches. And as NesTea got NesTea's got no Banelings here, so ViOlet's going to be able to get in the main. He's going to pick off a Queen, split on these Lings, some Lings in the natural, picking off that Queen in the natural, going to pick up the Queen in the main as well, and that's massive. Those Queen kills are massive for ViOlet. Queen kills hurt so much, but NesTea is going to come back. He's not going to get any drone kills at all, I don't think. Let's have a look if we got any drone kills, but Workers killed 1, so he did just get the Queens from that, but killing the Queens, especially when he's going Muta right now, so killing those Queens is massive. And NesTea is not aware of the Muters. We've got more Lings here for ViOlet coming into the third. Oh, bunch of Banes as well, killing those drones. I didn't see them coming, but they got a lot of drone kills, and let's have a look at that. We've got 10 workers killed now for ViOlet. Those Banes doing a lot of damage, and the Queen count for NesTea is looking very scary. He's only got 3 Queens right now. He hasn't got spores yet. We've got the spores going down now as he does sees the Mutalisks, and those Mutalisks will probably just try and pick off Overlords for now, since he knows that NesTea is probably going to try and be prepared in time. After seeing them as well, and it looks like NesTea trying to sneak out these Roaches, but ViOlet flies straight over them, but he's going to go straight into the main. He's going to see those Spore Crawlers though, and is he going to back off? No, he's going to go for the drone kills. So many Roaches out on the map for NesTea though. I'm not sure how ViOlet is actually going to defend this without the Muters back at home. He's just going for kills on the drone line, and ViOlet is losing a lot of Muters with this harass, but the drones are going down as well. Let's have a look. We've got 27 drones killed, but NesTea raining down chaos of the third base on ViOlet, and that is definitely going to go down, and these Roaches should be able to run into the naturals up. A lot of spines going down for ViOlet, so actually ViOlet should be able to hold this massive Roach aggression. NesTea goes for this. He's actually insane. He's going to try and sneak around the back here whilst those Muters are still in the main base for ViOlet. Now he's not looking at them, and they're going to get taken down by Queens. How many kills did he get? He got 38 workers killed. That's about 28 from the Mutalisk, because he did get a couple with the Banes as well. And now these Roaches are going to get killed for NesTea, but he is getting quite a few drone kills, 14 drone kills so far. Going to try and sneak up into the main. A lot of spines for ViOlet, but they're not going to help him take a third base. How many drone kills can ViOlet get? Going to go for that Queen as well. Really nice play. Killing Queens is always so nice, and just trying to pick up the last few drones with these last few Roaches. And let's have a look where we are in this game now. We've got 11 Muters for ViOlet. We've got 8 Roaches for NesTea. We've got 50 drones for NesTea. We've got 37 for ViOlet. But the big thing is that NesTea has got the third base up, and ViOlet hasn't. And along with this mass spine and no creep out, he's going to have a very, very hard time actually taking that, because he's got no ground units at all. So he's going to have to hope to do a lot of damage with these Muters, but I don't really see it being possible with all these spores up and also 5 Queens out as well. A lot of transfused energy on those as well, and the Queens are going to come in and poke these away. ViOlet just trying to get a few Roach kills, and now ViOlet is in a very, very nasty situation. He's not even trying to take his third yet, but that's because he's trying to re-drone his main and natural. Let's have a look at the saturation. Yeah, there we go. He's fixing the saturation now. That was a pretty dodgy for a while. He's picking up a macro hatch in the main as well. Got the Infestor pit. And he's going to have to try and take a third base somehow, but with the Roach count of NesTea, it's going to be very hard. So I think ViOlet right now is in a horrible, horrible position unless somehow ViOlet can do a lot of damage with these mutas, but it's going to be very hard with the 5 queens out and 2 spawns in middle design. It does pick off the extractor, but these are just going to basically float around the base. NesTea moving out now, trying to put on some pressure with these roaches going under the overlords, so he's going to know to come back for these with the Mutalisk, and he's trying to take a third base right now. This should get taken down by the roaches, and then ViOlet is going to be in that horrible position of being 2 base against 3. Even if he does kill all of these roaches and mutas, he doesn't even get the cancel on that base, so this is very, very, very painful for ViOlet. And all these roaches should get taken down though, so that's a small win for ViOlet with no third base. So many spines, man. Holy shit. If he can get some creep down there, which I really think he should do, just like get a queen and start spreading creep, he could make a 6/6 spine wall there. And then he could just end up taking a base. But those mutas, oh, what an army from NesTea right there. We've got Queen, Hydralisk, and we've got some mutas going into the main now. But those spores just going to bat them away. And it looks like NesTea is going to go for the kill. We've got the Queen Hydra Roach push. And these queens are going to take a long time to walk across the map, and these really nice positioning on these Mutalisks, going to sit them around here, can pick off all the units that are coming out for NesTea, even these overlords as well. And now NesTea is going to have to do damage with this, because all the reinforcements from NesTea are actually going to get picked off. So he needs to kill this third base, and then he's probably just going to have to contain. If he attacks into that, he's basically insane, especially with the Infestors out as well. Oh, NesTea, please. NesTea, don't do this. No. No, the Infestors for ViOlet. Can he get a sick... Oh, if he was paying attention, he could have fungled all of those and just killed them all. But we have got the queens coming up for... Oh my god, it killed so many drones in mirror line. I didn't even see that. I thought there were enough spores there that these mutas would never do damage, so I wasn't looking at it. I thought he would just pick off reinforcements, but all the drones are going down for NesTea, and 59 drones killed total for NesTea right now. What's he doing with this transfer? He's transferring them down there, but he's got no spore crawl or anything, so they're all going to die to the Mutalisks. And NesTea is going to have to run them straight back to the main now, losing a couple more drones. That spore crawler going to get taken down as well. And NesTea's just sat outside the 2 base from ViOlet, but he can't attack into that. All he can do is contain. And these mutas finally going to get killed, but they got so many kills. We've got 7 kills on that Mutalisk, 2 kills on the other, but in total 62 drone kills for ViOlet. And NesTea is bunched up right now, and ViOlet's taking the most of that, and he's getting all this massive fungal. This is exactly what ViOlet needs to do right now. Great control as well, sending 1 Infestor out at once. Transfuse is coming down for NesTea. He needs to split these units at the back. Why not? And these Infestors just going to keep walking up and taking fungal shots. And, you know, eventually... well, ViOlet's even taking the lead in supply now right now. What the hell? And he's pushing out with Roach Infestor right now. All these units for NesTea going to get taken down. This game is insane. So many Roaches for ViOlet just off 2 base. And he's got the Infestors as well. No Infestors for NesTea. And that whole army getting taken down with his tiny drone count. In fact, he spent all that time re-droning to full 3 base saturation. It means he's got no units left. He's got 12 roaches right now with 5 Hydralisks against 38 roaches for NesTea and 6 Infestors, and ViOlet is going to take the 3rd base behind this as well. No spines out for NesTea. This push is going to be the killing blow against NesTea. I don't think NesTea can hold this. Let's have a look at the upgrades real quick. 0-0 for ViOlet actually, and 2-0 for NesTea, but there's just so many more roaches for ViOlet, and those Infestors as well. They're so crucial to winning an engagement. But it looks like ViOlet is just happy to get the position on the high ground and try and take a 4th base. It's going to force NesTea to attack up into him, and ViOlet is going to get a sick position here. If he can get a fungal on that group there, NesTea not getting the split, and another fungal getting on NesTea's grouped up roaches. NesTea really needs to be a lot more careful with his Roach Hydra grouping up. But it looks like both of them are just going to go to a little standoff here. And I think if NesTea does attack up into the sea, he's going to die. In fact, I think ViOlet could just walk down and kill him. But ViOlet going for the defensive style right now. Although NesTea has taken over in the supply lead. So what we got? We got 46 roaches for NesTea and 5 Hydras. So, in fact, NesTea could actually win an engagement. And he is going around. This is a smart move. Trying to pick off this side pack here for ViOlet. But he needs to be very careful because of these Infestors. Oh, we got a sneaky attack going somewhere. I think that's a misclick because there's nothing down here, mate. But anyway, Yeah, these are going to try and sneak down to the third base, get some damage done. He hasn't even taken the gas down here. And he's sending those 4 spines there as well, so he's going to be able to defend really nicely against this roach little attack from NesTea. And he's got a bunch of hydras here, but they're going to get taken down by the roaches. That's not a great position for ViOlet, and he's now losing the high ground as well. NesTea taking that opportunity to just shove all his units up on this high ground. That is the best position on this map, and it's so hard to push up into it when you are the aggressing player. It's so much easier to defend, but it looks like NesTea going to try and take out that 4th base for ViOlet, but ViOlet coming with the Infestors now. Is he going to get a good fungal? He gets a small group there, but it's not massive, and now NesTea is at 200 supply, but he has no Infestors, whereas ViOlet, in fact, ViOlet should have the bigger army supply right now. How do we check that? ViOlet's got 154 army supply to 140 of NesTea, and that's purely because NesTea has the bigger drone count. So ViOlet is just going for a heavy army value right now, whereas NesTea is trying to win the economy war, but without Infestors, like, this army is going to get demolished. But ViOlet is going to have to win with the single army, since he's not going to be able to reinforce with his economy. So ViOlet needs a really good engagement. He's splitting up his units nicely now, coming in from both angles. And this should be the last engagement of the game. ViOlet needs to win with this engagement, coming in from all angles. And great fungal there in the middle. All angles everywhere. Oh, looks like this ViOlet is easy going to win this engage. And I don't think NesTea's got enough to reinforce these hydras at the back. Trying to do some DPS, but it's not going to be enough. ViOlet is just going to push through. And I think that's the end of the game for NesTea. What a crazy game. I can't believe ViOlet won this, just sitting on 2 base for so long. NesTea getting those units fungal just sat at the bottom of his ramp, and that is the end of NesTea. I can't believe NesTea lost this. GG comes from NesTea. What a great game from ViOlet there, just playing so patient, sat at his top of his ramp, and NesTea units here all grouped up. He managed to get that 6-6 fungal, nice micro there as well, just sending out each Infestor one by one. And GG from NesTea. What a great game.